Alrighty, diddly. So, moving right on. I'm gonna get right into this one. This is my third try at this one because I was talking about all kind of different other topics, but my main topic today is you work for the white man. You work for the white man. You work for the white. Hey, how can you work for the white man? The big bad white man. The awesome white man who controls everything. You work for the white man. The white man, the white man, the white man, the white man. You work for the white man? How could you work for the white man? You are part of the problem because you work for our oppressor. I hear this stuff all the time, man. You know what I mean? I used to hear more when I was really in the street. I mean, I still a little bit in the street. I still got my toe in there, my big toe out there. But man, I had both feet in the street. I used to have both feet in the streets. You know, spend all day out there. You know what I mean? But and when I say in the streets, I mean working with other brothers, like-minded brothers, trying to do things for the community. Whether it's just getting information out, feeding them, house, clothing them, doing whatever we got to do, try to do it, but in an organized fashion. We had an organization, and we were organized with how we did things. But I was out there a lot. When I was single. As I became, I want to say more encumbered with much more responsibilities, family, housing, vehicles, and other different things. I had to address the fact that I needed to get my income to a certain level so that I could deal with those things and still have my toe in the street. So I had to come to a balance. I had to come to a balance, right? So, you know, when I was younger, I was like, man, I'm gonna try to work for myself. I'm gonna work for myself. And I did a lot of different things. I didn't really, I want to say pop off. What you say today, pop off. I mean, it never popped off. I never, I just was, but so far, I was working with people that didn't have no money. And if you work with people that ain't got no money, they're not gonna. I mean, you're not gonna make a lot of money working with people with no money unless you selling them filth, death, and disease. If you selling like black people, for instance, black people in the hood, black people, they will pay you for drugs. They will pay you for weed. They will pay you for bad food that's not cooked in the safest environment. They'll pay you a lot of money for that. But when you start talking about, hey, look, let me tell you how you can make yourself. We can all work together to make our community prosper. Man, black people do not want to hear that, especially black men. Ooh, black men do not want to hear that. I'm just telling you the truth for somebody who's been out there talking to them. See, what they want to say is they want the escape hash. The white man is the problem. If we can just get rid of the white man, everything gonna be a-okay. Roses gonna come up out the concrete if we just move the white man out the way. Really. And I always say, is the white man in the way? Is he in your way? And show me how the white man is in your way. See, I have the Elijah Muhammad thinking process. Like, the white man is nothing. I mean, he shouldn't even be nothing. What did Elijah Muhammad say? He said the white man shouldn't even be nothing you even think about. It should be like a string on your finger. You shouldn't even think about it. You shouldn't even notice that he's around unless you look down and look at your finger, see that string. Oh, I see that string there. But it shouldn't be no everything you do. Oh, I can't get I can't get a car, it's the white man. I can't get a job, it's the white man. I can't do this, it's the white man. I can't do that, it's the white man. You already know the history of America, especially typically talking about white people as a group. We already know that history. We know that typically if they're in a group, they're going to do some things to try to stop us from being able to do certain things as a group, right? And particularly as a group, but even one-on-one. They're going to do things to try to protect their own interests. That's natural. I mean, they're going to protect their own interest. If you were in their position, you'd be protecting your own interest. I mean, it's natural. Why are we looking at this thing like it's personal? It's not personal. With some of them, it is personal. They've had personal experiences with us that have been, not good to say the least. And so that's shaped and formed them, saying, "Hey, they've already made their mind up about us as a people and us as individuals based on that, right?" But why are we saying to ourselves, we're limiting our options based on the fact that we're saying to them they are the cause of everything that's not going right? I'm not of the thinking process that they are that great, that they can stop us from doing everything. I'm not of that opinion. I understand that they have what call it, they lean towards doing certain things. I get that as a group. I get it. But as far as us being unable to deal with it, it's not that in my opinion, this is my opinion. And if you got a different opinion, that's fine. But this is my opinion. My opinion is that we have the ability to correct the situation. We black people have the ability to correct the situation. But we're gonna have to make some real honest choices. We're gonna have to do some. We're gonna have to have some honest dialogue. Okay. So let me just break it down. Okay, you're telling me not to work for the white man. Okay. Now what am I gonna do? What do you want me to do? Well, I want you to go on welfare and live in Section 8 housing. Wait. That's money coming from the white man. So you don't want me to work for the white man, but you want me to take money and assistance for the white man. Is that what you're saying? Oh, well, no, brother. No, you shouldn't even take that. You should go live out in the woods. Okay, so let me see if I understand you. You want me to take my family out. If I have females in my family, young men, out into the woods and live out in the woods, and put them in a situation where they have to live a harder life than they should be, than they should have to, based on advances in modern technology. I should deny myself the advances of modern technology just so I don't take anything from white people. Is that what you're saying? See, we got to get real. We got to be real. How you going to tell black people not to go work for the white man? Man, I'm going to tell you about me. I'll work for any man. Black, white, red, yellow, green. It don't matter. If you going to pay me a decent wage, I'm not a decent wage. I don't care what your color is. But I'm not going to not work for somebody. And you telling me not to work for somebody and you can't pay me what that person paying me. Remember what I said in another video. Don't listen to nobody that can't outdo you. If they can't outproduce you, don't listen to them. If they don't have no evidence of outproducing you in a particular situation. Somebody say, "Oh yeah, I got all these." I remember, I remember so many times, man. I would hear somebody say they were qualified in this area, but you see what, man, and I've been to thousands of people's homes, thousands. I've been to thousands of houses. I've been to people's houses, man, that just the front of the property was $10 million. I've been to I've had a unique life, and I have been involved with a lot of different things, and I have seen the good side of people, and I've seen the bad side of people. I've seen people living like kings in America, and I've also seen people. I've been to the worst of the worst. I've been to the worst of the. I've seen people living like, man, like rats in a under a bridge, man. You know, I've seen the both spectrums. Really, I have, man. I've seen a lot. And I'm telling you, how you can tell, how can any one man say to another man, you don't work for this person, even though they're gonna pay you a decent wage for doing a decent work, decent day's work? And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, black people. If anyone tells you you're wrong for working for the white man, only time I tell you you're wrong for working for a white man is if the white man got you doing something that you know is gonna cause the death of someone else. Then I say to you, maybe you shouldn't do that. But I would say the same thing if you was working for a black man that did that. See, that's not, I don't get that. It's like we just don't think about what we're saying sometimes. You telling me not to work for white man? Okay. If you telling me not to work for white man, where's the job you gonna give me to replace with the job the white man's giving me? Hmm? Oh, brother. Oh, brother. You need not work for the white man. You 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 can't work for the white man. You can't work for the white man. Okay. I'm listening. Tell me where I'm gonna work at then. Because right now, the reason why I got to work for the white man is because you and you and you and you and you won't put your money together, create an industry so that we can work all together and we can control it. We will not do it. And then it's so goddamn crazy. We will not put our money together to work with together to create an industry where we control the industry and then hire our people based on their needs and be able to help them get off of welfare and stop doing all this crime. Yet we'll tell the people that is working for the white people, don't work for white people or any other people. Don't work for them. That is bananas. And then look, check this out. I'm telling you, you shouldn't work for the white man, but the white man gave you the money to buy my papers or my artifact or whatever I'm selling to you, lectures or whatever I'm selling to you, videos, whatever I'm selling, t-shirts, whatever, hats, flashlights, whatever, I don't know, refrigerator magnets, whatever my paraphernalia is, I'm taking your money off the white man. So you actually working for the white man, you got money, getting money from the white man once removed. That is fucking crazy to me. How can you put somebody down for working where they're supposed to be? I thought we was trying to get together, get out of here. Man, the people are trying to survive. That's where they're at. You talking about you. I'm talking about that. I'm not talking about a particular person. I'm talking about this group, this mentality that says you shouldn't, don't work for the white man. Present a better option. Present a better option. What's a better option? Well, you should just, not work for them. That ain't no option. That makes no sense to a person that has people. See, that's easy to say. You a single cat. You ain't got nobody around you. You got to put food in their mouth every day. Oh, that's easy to say. But now you got the responsibility to make sure a group of people have to eat every day. They have to have a bed, a place to sleep every day. They have to get educated every day. They have to learn different things every day. And they have to see your face every day, hear your voice every day. How are you going to do that if you don't work where you can? This is a capitalist society. You have to be competitive. It don't matter who you work for, as long as you not contributing to the death of someone else. They don't want to contribute to the death and delinquency of someone. No, you don't want to do that. Well, people doing what they got to do out here, man. People doing what they got to do out here. Most of them Most of them. Some of them are choosing to do some things, but most of the people, and I'm talking about black people, they might be working for white people. They might be working for Asians. They might be working for Latinos. They might be working for black people. They might be working for whoever they want to. But it don't matter. This is my opinion. It don't matter who you work for. Take the little bit of money that you getting from whoever you work for and try to help your people. That's my position. That's my position. Those people that tell you, man, how you gonna work for the white man? After 400 years of slavery, man, you gonna work for the white man? What is wrong with you? How you gonna work for the white man? See, I don't work for the white man. Oh, really, brother? Well, what you do? No, see, what I do is I sell, these little ties, and I sell these little cummerbunds. Oh, you sell these ties and cummerbunds? Yeah, I sell these ties and cummerbunds. You want to buy a tie and cummerbund? Well, brother, I only got money that I got from the white man. Oh, well, that's okay. I'll take that. Wait a minute, brother. But you just told me I shouldn't be working for the white man, but I'm going to give you money that I got from the white man. That's okay for you? Yeah, that's okay. You just shouldn't be working for the white man. But then how would I have money to pay you for these ties and cummerbunds and support you? Yeah, that's what I thought. See, discernment. We got to get some better discernment, man. We got to be able to use the mathematics to calculate. See, I don't to be like emotional about stuff, man. That's why you'll see me. I don't have these emotional responses to these videos. Like some people say, and then they make a video, and something happen, nigga. I make a video, and you see, you typically don't see that on my channel. My channel is merely a thought process, thinking process. It's set up to guide you into a thinking process for your own freedom and then the freedom of our people. You cannot free somebody if you ain't free. If me and you are still in the same, we sinking in the quicksand together, I can't get you out the quicksand while I'm still in the quicksand. I got to get out the quicksand first. I got to pull myself up first. Then I can pull you out. You follow? But see, people be out here in the quicksand, brother, and they deeper in the quicksand than you, telling you don't go for that rope. That's fucking crazy, man. That's crazy. That's why you got to learn, man. You got to say, I appreciate a lot of black YouTubers, man, and I watch a lot of them, man. A lot of the big ones, a lot of the little ones. I watch them all. I watch many of them. Many of them. If their stuff comes up in search results, sometimes I pretty much will watch it just to see where they thinking, where they coming from, because I like the fact that a lot of people have a lot of different ideas and ways of expressing themselves. I love that. I love that about us. You can have 5 black people tell the same story 5 different ways, and it's so entertaining, right? Because that's the gift that we got, and we just can express ourselves in unique ways that it just makes people relays the message. So yeah. So getting back to talking about working for the white man. So we got people that'll tell you, man, you can't talk to me if you working for the white man. You can't do that. But they taking Section 8 from the white man. They taking food stamps from the white man. They taking WIC. They taking SNAP. All these different programs from white people. How? What? White people ain't got nothing to do with it, man. It's a market. This is a market. And if we took them out of the equation, it would be just a market. It's just a marketplace. You got to go where you can economically survive. Our people trying to survive. And to tell them to not take an option that is there for them to try to pull themselves up out of the mess they in, to me, that's wrong. To me, that's wrong. I disagree with that. I disagree. And I'm sure maybe this time somebody will come and they will tell me, well, I always have people that come to me and tell me I disagree with you, and it's, but I am in a dramatic disagreement with that. I don't think there's no option that shouldn't be overturned, if long as you're not contributing to the death and destruction of someone else. I don't think there's no option that should be overlooked, and especially just over the color of the person hiring you, that is ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous. Then it doesn't make sense in a society like we're in right now, in a war zone. You don't, you know, tell a person, hey, don't take no food because this person of this color cooked it. You in a war zone and that person bringing you some food, take the food, eat and live, like what they say in the roots, eat to live to fight another day. Be a warrior. And that's all I got to say. I ran across about 3 or 4 different videos where people, I heard people saying, don't work for the white man. And I'm like, but people telling you not to work for the white man, you supporting them by working for the white man. That's like crazy. Like, they don't say don't work for the white man and don't send me none of the white man's money. That's crazy. We got to look at this thing business wise. And in business, it don't matter who you working for. We need to structure a plan where we can work for whoever we gonna work for and be like the Asians. It don't matter who we working for. We're gonna put our little pennies together and buy this radio station. We're gonna put our little pennies together, buy the studio house. We're gonna put our little pennies together and start creating content. We're gonna put our little pennies together and advertise to our own people. We're gonna put our little pennies together, and we're gonna start promoting different platforms. That's how we do that. Not by kicking away obvious options to us to get out of this situation. See, we don't think like soldiers, man. We think like niggas. I ain't gonna work for you because you white. That's fucking stupid. You think if the white man was in our situation, he wouldn't take a job from you? He'd take a job from you in a minute. Even if he was thinking about, man, you know what? In 10 years, when I get enough money, I'm gonna create a business just like this and run your ass out of business. Yeah, all the while he working for you, he got that in his head. Because they soldiers, man. They think like soldiers, man. We need to get up to speed. We need to get up to speed. We need to get up to speed. Stop waiting for somebody to kiss our ass, or waiting for white Jesus, or waiting for somebody to come and do something for us. Ain't nobody coming to do something for us. All of the information we need to do everything is right in front of us. It's right in front of us. It's only the question of, are we going to put down all, are we going to let humility come in? See, we don't have enough humility to work together. I'm this person. I'm this big YouTuber. I'm this big YouTuber. Or I'm a bigger YouTuber than you. Oh, I'm a bigger YouTuber than you. Well, I think you this and I think you that. I'm going to expose you. Well, I'm exposing you back. Well, I'm going to expose you again. Well, I'm exposing you again. Well, I'm going to argue with you about this that don't matter. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to respond to your argument about that don't matter with this that don't matter. And we going on and on and on. And time is just going. For what? We're not sitting down saying, okay, look, we need to create some type of way where we can start working together financially. And we don't have to advertise and broadcast everything, man. We just too much tell every position. We fight like Africans. I'm here, and I'm big African person. The white man don't fight like that, man. Or I'm just even say white man, but the system that the white man set up with racism, it doesn't fight like that. Racism doesn't fight like that. Racism comes at, it's more efficient. If it's efficient to fight one-on-one, racism will come straight at you. But if it's more efficient to fight not at you, but go around you and go to other people that's supporting you, that's what racism will do. That's how come when we get out there and we get emotional on shit, that's how come we never get nothing done. You want to go out there and stand in the line and fight with the police. Show me where one time, man, let me break this down, because I'm gonna show you how economically what's going on and why you in the situation you in, me and us are in the same, or the situation we're in. Show me where anytime you done saw an Asian lining up in the street saying, heck no, we won't go. No freedom, no justice, no peace. Where you seen that at? You ain't never seen no Asians out there. Why? Because the Asians go economically. They know how racism works. They fight economically. You fighting on an emotional level, man. And that's how come you always getting your ass kicked. You and me. We always getting our ass kicked as a group. Because we fighting emotionally. What is the goal of you laying down in the street and not letting a police car drive by? What's that? I'm going to bring attention to the fact that this black man was shot down by this white police officer. Okay, now you brought attention to that fact. Now what? See, all your movements is based on women thinking. And I'm going to just tell it to you again. See, women think like that. Like, they're more prone to, I'm going to say they think, or they're more prone to think right versus wrong. Racism ain't got nothing to do with right versus wrong. See, the right thing to do is for you to give us what you said you was going to give us. That's the right thing to do. And the right thing to do is for have laws that's equal. It should be equally as many white men getting shot down as it is black men getting shot down. Right? Right. But see, that's not how racism works. Racism is expedient and efficient. See? And racism work like that. So, to combat racism, you got to be able to have a response for racism, right? Just like you talking about Nazi Germany, right? The Jews got a lot of their people out of there before it really got hot. A lot of the people were able to escape there. But you know who got sent to the gas chambers? You know who got sent to Auschwitz and Nuremberg, all these places? You know who got sent there? The people that didn't move out. The people that took the common thinking. Oh, it's not going. They didn't take the Germans seriously. They didn't take them serious because they've been hearing that stuff all their life. They've been hearing Germans talking shit to them all their life, so they didn't take it seriously when Hitler came to power. Because Hitler had got thrown out before, he had got shut down before, so they thought, oh man, he'll never get to this point. He'll never get to this point. He'll never be able to do anything. Just like people said, Donald Trump, he'll never get there. Oh, he'll never be president. He's too crazy. Now you see him now, you don't even see no black security around him. All his people white. And that's his right. He should have that. That's his right. I love Donald Trump. I think he's good for black people. I think Donald Trump is good for black people. Not that he will do good for us, but he is going to expose the situation that we're in. He's going to expose it. And he's going to make black men have to stand up and say, you know what? He's going to put us on blast. Because he is going to try to do everything he can to class us in a situation where our only option is working for them. That's our only option. At least right now, you got an option of working, and you can invest, and you can do some other things, and we can come together, business-wise, if we wanted to, and nobody's stopping us. It's only our own vanity that's stopping us. We're not human. We're not humble enough to say, brother, you know what? I know I'm this person and you that, but you know what? Our goal is bigger. I know I'm this faith and you that faith, but our goal is bigger than both of our faiths. Our goal is bigger than, you know, the side of town you worked on and the side of town, the side of town I grew up on, side of town you go. Our goal is bigger than the gang affiliation that we got. Our goal is bigger. But see, your goal ain't bigger. Your goal ain't bigger. You sitting here like, oh man, you know, we can set trip, and we can set trip, right? We can set trip on each other because why? Big Daddy is giving our mama welfare. Big Daddy is taking care of these illegitimate kids. Right now, let me tell you something. Black man, I've been here. I've been to group homes. I've been to orphanages. Black man, you got children out there. You got children out there in these group homes and these orphanages, man. You got children that you just abandoned, brother. You just abandoned. And but we don't talk about none of that stuff, man. We should have a day, a Father's Day. You know what you do on Father's Day? Instead, on Father's Day, you got any children out there you ain't seen, like, take your ass over and go see your children on Father's Day. That's what you should do. Don't wait for them to bring you something. You go see them on Father's Day. That's me, at least. That's what you should do. If you got any children that you have abandoned, go reconnect with them. Our children are suffering because we are too uh, vain to say, I made a mistake. I'm not going to do. I need to go and correct. We too vain to correct ourselves, and we don't want to be corrected. I'm correcting this situation here right now. I'm saying, hey, you know what? If somebody tell you working for the white man and you wrong for working for the white man, tell them to kiss your black ass, the middle, the crusty part. There's no way you should have to explain yourself to anyone. If you crawling out of a quicksand, man, anything you do to try to get out of that quicksand, you should be doing it. Any rope you can grab to get out of that quicksand, grab it. Figure out what you're going to do after you get your ass out the quicksand. But until you get all the way out that quicksand, grab onto that rope, pull up that rope, and then once you out, pull as many other people up as you can. With the white man's rope, you're goddamn right. Pull as many of your people up as you can. You see somebody in that quicksand telling you, oh no, don't use the white man's rope. Let us all drown. That's a crazy ass nigga right there. I wouldn't listen to nobody like that. Well, excuse me, let me take that back. Because I have known many people that I listened to what they said and I loved them and I disagreed with them. I disagreed with them on some things, but I always loved them and I still feel that they have good information to give us. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying you throw them away, but you got to know when to cut the cord on some information that somebody's giving you that's out of alignment with the goal, the overall goal, which is us to pool our resources together, no matter where we get those resources from, put them together, and then try to help our people, either by giving them jobs, creating industries so we can give them jobs, so we can get them off of committing crimes, so that we can start. Because see, let me tell you something again. They tell you, rock the vote. Oh, rock the vote. But see, I went into this extensively on many other videos. You can go back and see. I can tell you, I've said this all along, and I agree with, and Dr. Clyde Anderson really was the one that kind of laid it out in his books, Powernomics, and his other books, just laid it out. There's no voting that's going to help you. Voting is not going to help you at all. And the reason why voting is going to help you is, it's not going to help you, I'm talking about you black people, is because you must have a business community that can respond if the candidate gets elected and does not do what you told them that you wanted done. You must have a way to respond. You as black people, you don't have a business community. I would say maybe Atlanta is getting there, but you don't have generally speaking, you don't have a business community that can pull together and say, okay, or an industry that you can pull together. See, white people have industries that they control. Industries, billions of dollars. They can go to a client. They can go to a candidate and say, hey, you got elected. We put money in your campaign. We elected you. You were supposed to create this law. You didn't do it. Okay, now we're going to tell everybody to leave your ass alone. Oh, no, wait, I'm going to take care of it right now. Oh, okay. See, they got a recourse. You as a black person, you vote for black person, you vote for black people. Man, they never tell, that when they go to white people, these political candidates, they tell them specifically what they're going to do. Specifically, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do that for you. When they come to the black community, everything is vague. We're going to make a change. We're going to make a difference. I have a dream. I have a nightmare. I have a dream. I have a thought. I have this, I have that. We're going to do it together. It's a whole bunch of cliches. That's all. That's because you don't have no business community that's together. You don't have no industries that's together. And until you do that, you ain't going to have nothing. You're going to have to learn you can't have no industries. You can't, excuse me, you can't have no industries, but you cannot have no industries and put political candidates out there. See, white people, the difference between us. Nothing about them. They're just more strategic than us. We got to get there. We got to get there. That's all. It's just it's a bad one. They're not super intelligent. We're not super stupid. We just not there yet. They're on another level as far as how this how this game works, and we just not there yet. We got to learn how to get in the game. So anyway, when candidates come to white people, they talk to them like Donald Trump. I'm going to get you jobs. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do that for you. Black community, we're going to make things better for you. What the fuck specifically does that mean? We're gonna have you better than the last administration. What the fuck does that mean? But you drink it up. See, but it's racism. See, that's why it'd be some black people that do good under this dude, because it don't matter if you serve the body, they don't care. If you serve the body, under racism, it don't serve the body. Just when now I will tell you this: when you get a little too close, then they hit you with the bigotry. When you get a little too close, they hit you with the bigotry. You may start making a little too much money, that's when they get you. But if they know, oh, you got an all black staff, then they're gonna come after you. But if you got a lot of white people, you like LeBron James, you got white lawyer, white direct, white this, white that, you got all these white people, and I'm not putting LeBron down. I'm just giving you an example of a person that's making lots of money, but they see that you employing a lot of white people. You okay? But when you getting all that money and you employ only black people, ouch! Watch out! Watch out! One time I was having a discussion with somebody, and white boy, man, I was working with this white boy, and we were just talking, man. We were talking basketball, and he said, this was back in the mid '90s, right when I kind of was first waking up. And he said, we were talking basketball, and he said, man, I don't like Georgetown. I said, why? What's wrong with Georgetown? He said, no, I don't like John Thompson, man. He only got black athletes going there. And I said, well, what's wrong with that? He said, man, nah, that's kind of racist, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no other people. So I said, but what about BYU? And other, and the Mormons up there, what's wrong with that? They only got white people going there. Nobody said nothing about that. He kind of just said, oh, and shrugged his head and just kind of changed the subject. But that's just the way it is, man. People gonna try to take care of their people. You shouldn't. It's not racism. Is not something you should look at and say we gotta stomp out racism. That's the wrong approach to racism. The right approach to racism is how the Asians and the Latinos have approached it, by saying, okay, if that's the game you're going to play, then this is how we're going to respond to it. We're going to respond to it by letting black people be the emotionalists. We're going to hit you in the pocketbook. We're going to pool our resources together, buy a station, buy one radio station, buy one TV station, buy another TV station, buy another TV station, buy another TV station, and before long, you're going to have to come to us. Remember 50 years ago, 60 years ago? Some of y'all wasn't born, but you can go back and look at it. You didn't see no Latinos on TV. And if you did saw them on that TV, where were they at? They was in the kitchen, right? Or they was sitting on some dusty ass street somewhere with a sombrero over their head, sleeping, right? It's some dirty ass they didn't even have a belt, right? They had just a rope. Right? Look at them 60 years later, because they pooled their resources and they worked together, and they wasn't so vain that they couldn't come together. They got problems. I mean, they got knuckleheads in their group, but for the most part, for the major part, they work together. They work together. Even the knuckleheads will see the situation and say, you know what, we're gonna leave this alone. This is greater than what we're doing. And even the knuckleheads will say, our take of the pie will be greater if we let them go and do what they gotta do. See, but in the black us, we don't do that. 60 years ago, Mexicans was nowhere. Not Mexicans, but the Latinos. But I lived around Mexicans, and they were not considered all that great. Really, I'm talking about TV wise. I'm talking about the media wise. They was not considered much to worry about. Same thing with the Asians. Hardly ever saw them on TV. If you did see them, there was who you remember? Who's the most famous Asian I remember from when I was coming up? Hop Sing, right? On Bonanza. Oh, Joe Cartwright. Go right. I make all this rice. You don't eat the rice. You gotta eat. You gotta eat, horse. Right? That's all we saw. Now look at the Asian. Now look at the Asians, man. Man, these white people come in the office, man. They got to sit down with the Asian. They got to sit down with the Latinos. Man, you can't. Man, listen. Look here. Try to build a house on the West Coast without the Latino brother or sister. Try to build a house. Try to go to the bank. Try to get some food. You cannot do nothing without their influence. That just happened over 50 years. And I don't say that they so super smart. They just left the vanity out of it, man. They left the vanity out of it, and they said they didn't tell each other, you ain't helping the white man. You ain't helping our position because you working for the white man. No, they took that money they got from the white man and put their money together, bought one radio station, bought one TV station, bought one school, bought this school, and they kept the pressure on each other to support what they were doing. Matter of fact, the white boy didn't even want them in there. The white boy didn't even want them in their schools. Didn't want them no place. They started making so much money, they had to let them in the schools. Right? They got big when the Latinos was talking about immigration. They got big. You know, they fighting, and they got people working with them. The white man, the Haitians ain't got nobody fighting for them. Ain't nobody fighting for them. They got a coattail off the Mexicans and the other Latin people that's coming up from South America. But I believe, in my opinion, it's the Mexicans that's doing the most of the hard work on it. That's just me. That's just what I see. They the ones taking the bullets for it. But my point is this. Somebody saying to you, don't take the options that you got in front of you for survival. You better think about that person. You better think about what they saying there. And even me, I may say something, you say, well, that don't add up. But everything I try to tell you, I base it on a mathematical assessment. So when I talk, it's purely based on a mathematical assessment. Typically, I won't be, I have emotions, and I do have emotional reaction, but I have to catch myself and say, no, brother, you got to assess this mathematically. These people listening to you, and they may make a decision to do something based on what you said. That's a responsibility. I mean, I'm not like I'm a big YouTuber. I don't have thousands and thousands and, tens of thousands of people listening to me. I only got, I got a couple thousand subscribers, but really, only maybe 100, 150 people might actually listen to what I got to say and try and digest it. Other people are just coming because they're trying to figure out what the fuck is he talking about. But most people are not listening to me because I'm not with the narrative. The white man is the devil. The white man is this. The white man, the white man is so powerful. He's just so powerful. He can stop us from earning. He can stop us from it. I don't subscribe to that. So that's why the youngins probably don't want it. They want somebody that's going to tell you how big and powerful the white man is, and he's the reason why we can't do anything. But I'm going to tell you the truth. The white man is like a string on our finger. He does not have no power to stop us. Once we get our determined idea and we commit to that idea, there's nothing he could do. Just like the March on Washington, there's nothing he can do. The only thing he could do is try to act like he was with the whole program. That's it. Once they said, man, they serious, they coming to Washington, there ain't nothing you could do about it. The Million Man March, same thing. Nothing you could do about it. Hey, no problem. What can we do? You pay, you do everything, and that's how you do it. You take any kind of road you can take out of death. You take any kind of road out of suffering you could take it. Just remember to come back for your people when you can. Help who you can. Each one grab one. Each one teach one. Each one grab one, save one. Each one save one. I'm gonna take you to that. Each one save one. Each one teach one, but each one save one. Grab one. Take one under your wing and teach them mathematics, basic mathematics, so they can know when somebody's telling them something crazy, man. They can know it. Somebody telling you you don't work for the white man and they can't replace your income, leave them alone. Leave that part of what they're saying alone. They may have all kind of scholarly information, or they may have all kind of street information, or they may have all kind of wonderful feelings and love for our people. That don't mean they don't love us. That don't mean they don't have love for our people. It just means they are off on this particular issue, and they lead not. They may say that and lead the zealots among the followers to not try to work to commit themselves to not taking this work here and try to get whatever kind of resources they can, and let's all put them together and start creating an industry. That's what we need to be focusing on, because voting is not going to help us without a significant business community. The Asians figured that out, the Latinos figured that out, and now we need to figure that out. We need to finally come to admit that to ourselves and stop saying the white man is stopping us. The white man is not stopping us. He has no power but the power you give him by your disunity and your vanity and your not being humble enough to say, brother, I don't care that you are Israelite, I don't care that you're a Muslim, I don't care you're a Christian, I don't care what you are, I don't care that you atheist, I don't care we don't care nothing about that. Well, our goal is to stop going to these orphanages full of black children. When they open the orphanage door, black children just fall out. That's how many black children is in there. We tired, and the only plan for them, the only plan the government have for them, is to make sure that they keep making private prisons so that they can make money off of it. And that's the real reality of that situation. But I'll go into that later. So I just wanted to make a video. Didn't mean to offend anyone. Don't mean to offend anyone. I'm just saying, we got to do some things, and we got to make some tough decisions. And one of them is work for where you got to work for. Grab the rope that's closest to you to get out of the mess you in. And then once you out the mess, grab another person if you can, and then try to help that person get out. And so that you can so that we can be better, so we can go ahead and put this thing together, and we can crawl out of this thing like the Asians did. We can crawl out of these things like the Jews did. We can crawl out of this thing like the Latinos did, in a big way. All right, peace.